I'm excited to talk about ginger today. I'm Tessa at Willow Haven Farm, and I am excited that I got ginger in my Market Box subscription. And did you know that ginger is a tropical plant that needs heat and can't tolerate frost, but yet farmers and even you can grow ginger in our climate? It takes a little bit of extra thinking and planning, but even my mother, she just took some of the organic ginger last year that she got in her Market Box and put it in a planter in her living room, and it grew stems and leaves. And after a while, it had multiplied the root, which is what the ginger is that you use. And she gave it to me. She said, "Here, you can use this." So I cut off the stems and the leaves, scrubbed that up, and I had ginger. This is what is called called a hand of ginger. This was half a pound that came in my Market Box. This is locally grown in, I think this is probably from Lancaster, farms in Lancaster, but we also have a local ginger grower that we get from in Hellertown, Wonder Garden. She makes wonderful ginger beer. And you can see why it's called a hand, but it's smaller than my hand. But it grows in these clusters. This one's more my hand size. And it's kind of light. So you can see that you get a good amount of ginger for half a pound. And I'm showing you here the sliced ginger that I just sliced off. And here's my fermented ginger. And here's my jar of fermented ginger. So I'll talk about all that. Here we go. Thanks for bearing with me. So the ginger grows shallow in the ground, and it needs a good scrubbing. I think that's most of the time why you're asked to peel it. A lot of times you're using ginger for flavor, and you're not actually eating the ginger itself, or it's in such small bits that I don't think that the skin of the ginger really matters that much. So I'm not very particular about the skin that's on there, but I will take the tough knobby parts off, and I'll just make it look a little bit nicer, and then and give it a good scrub. So as long as it's clean, now that one's cleaner than this one seems to be, but if you're peeling your ginger, don't worry about it too much. If you're using a microplane, a very small fine plane, which I'll show you what that is, or you can just use the smallest size of your box grater. But here's my microplane. I'll show that to you. And when it says to take off recipes often are talking about like an inch of ginger. So I usually take off about this much, like a section. And then when you're scrubbing these, like dirt will get into these crevices. So you just simply, as you're using it, you're gonna break off sections, small sections for using the microplane, or the bigger sections use the microplane, and then all that good ginger will gather on this side, and you just scoop it off. And also the skin is fairly tender, and it just kind of disintegrates as you grate it. That's another reason why I don't worry too much about it. Now, you might be wondering about my fermented ginger, and I tried that. Of course, fermenting activates lactic acid and gives it a lot of great healing properties, which ginger already has. So taking a product that's wonderful, an herb, and making it even better. Love to do that. And also, don't you ever just keep ginger too long in your refrigerator, and it just starts to get that blue or greenish mold growing on it. And I just cut that off, but, and you can keep using it even when you cut off the mold, but I thought, why don't I just take this, slice it all up, and put it in a saltwater brine, and that has worked out great for us. I can use that in curries, and I'm going to turn around and let you see me as I'm talking to you. Use that in curries, use that in all kinds of things, cooking, especially anything that's savory. And I'm not going to worry too much about the salt. And that was just a great way for me to keep it in the fridge for months. I think since last spring or summer when I had the ginger the last time. We love to give you fresh ginger in your market boxes. We know it's a lot to handle, so there's, besides fermenting it, you can also cut it into the little 1-inch pieces and throw it in a freezer bag, or sometimes I will grate it up and put it in ice cube trays and freeze it that way. That way it's all ready for a recipe. And so even though you're getting a lot to deal with at one time, you can keep it in so many different easy ways that it's definitely worth grabbing every time that you see it available for your market box. And it seems like we've had it available in every season. And the great thing about it growing in Pennsylvania is that it's local. It didn't come from far away, so your transportation miles and the costs go way down. And we know that it's organically grown. It's not commercially grown on a large scale. And then, so we just have a lot of confidence in the quality. And it does take a long time to grow it at home, but it'd be a fun experiment. The way to do it here in Pennsylvania is definitely in greenhouses, and then also just more short term. Like, you're not going to get a full root growth like this. A lot of times these northern farmers will just do it short term over the growing season and then harvest whatever it is, green ginger, and get all the flavor out of that, and use that and make that available to local people as well. So you can find out more about ginger and how it's grown in your own searches, but I wanted to share those things with you. And you'll want to read my email this week, because there's lots of ways that we use it medicinally. And then a lot of my recipes, especially for the curries that I have for farm members, also get have ginger in them. And don't worry, the ginger that you use in cooking, it is activating your body. It is helping you. You're getting medicinal benefit out of amazing tasting food. You don't have to just use it as an herb in order to get the benefit from it. All right. And you can also see that we baked today. We've got fresh bread. Our store is open tomorrow, 9 to 3. We've got a whole lot of scones from our bake as well. So come out and support us here. Even though it's January, we've thought it's not as cold. The snow is almost gone. It's not icy too much anymore. So come and join us here on the farm, and make sure that you're enjoying creating wonderful meals from the seasonal local food that you're getting in your market boxes. And if you aren't a farm member and you're not getting market boxes from us, be sure to go to our website and find out more about that. It's really easy. It's willowhavenfarmpa.com. It's a great time to start getting local food into your diet. CSA week is coming up in February, and that's when people really start getting interested in what's coming in the next growing season and making sure that they're connected to a local farmer. And you could get a jump on that by joining Willow Haven CSA right now. Great. Talk to you later. Bye.